Well, in this video, we're going to be giving you guys 5 tips that each family needs to know today before they book their trip to Great Wolf Lodge. And let's get right into number 1. Let's
all right, so how do we book? We do the same thing all the time. We only book one night when we're going to Great Wolf Lodge. Now, your prices are gonna vary depending on what time of year you're going. Just like with anything, cruises, resorts, if it's spring break time, you're gonna pay a lot more. If it's off season and it's not a lot of people and it's not crowded, then you're gonna pay a lot less. So what we do is we usually book one night. We get there and we stay all day, we have a great time, and then before we leave, we decide we want to stay another night. And usually when you do it that way, the next night that you do stay, they usually slide something under your door saying, hey, it's only this price, and it's a lot cheaper. We've gotten some times where we stayed the next night for like $75. So our tip is just book one night if it's like not busy. Now, if you're going around spring break, you might want to go ahead and book those 2 nights because
if you can find 2 nights.
If you can find 2 nights, because it's going to be crazy. But if it's not, go ahead, book one night, then call down before you're about to check out, before you go down to the water park, and just say, hey, how much is it if I stay another night? And again, the price is a lot cheaper than you're gonna find online.
Yeah, and that's always one of the best things that we can actually say that we love doing, is because it actually surprises our kids, and it actually gives us something to look forward to in the morning, just in case we're just not ready to go.
Yeah, usually we're just so tired from like playing in the water park all day, and our kids are like, please, can we just stay another night? And we usually like, all right, because it's a lot cheaper. Now, if the price is crazy, then we're like, nah.
Now, number 2, let's move on to upgrades. And this is a big tip. Instead of doing an upgrade on the website, my advice to you, or our advice to you, is ask for the upgrade when you get to the resort. A lot of times what happens, people may not show up for the reservation. Life happens with the majority of guests that's coming in, and there's always some type of deal, if there's availability, of course, that they would offer to you when you're actually checking in. When you have card in hand, about to put a deposit, ask, hey, are there any upgrades? And what I mean by upgrades, if you're looking on the website right now, you probably see that they have double beds, or they have something called like the bunk bed room, which our kids actually love. So again, it's bunk beds, and it has it to where it's kind of like a wall, and it feels like they're actually having a fort, or they're in some type of cabin. So those rooms are upgrades, and yes, they do offer those if you go in and they have them available, and it's at a much less rate that you're actually going to pay online. So definitely ask for that, because trust me, I can't tell you how many times this actually happened to us, that we walked in and they had to upgrade, and it was like, whoa, I thought the upgrade was like $100 and something online, whereas it was a lot cheaper when we were there in person. So that's definitely one of the things.
And I will say, it also depends on the time of the year that you're going. So if it's around spring break, you're probably not going to be able to get the upgrade because the rooms are all booked up.
They're going to say, sorry, I'm dropping. They're going to be like, no upgrades.
Yeah. However, if you're going on the time of the year when it's not crowded, we've paid as little as $75 for an upgrade. So you can get the upgrade, and it's a lot cheaper just doing it in person.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Number 3. This is a good one.
This is a really good one. Now, you'll see online there's going to be Paw Passes, and we've always gotten the Paw Pass in the past. And usually, usually what that is you have this pass, and it'll give you like the magic wand. It's going to give you the ropes course. It's going to give you bowling. It's going to give you the what else does it give you? A rock wall. And then it's going to give you like a $5 arcade card. Plus, you'll get a scoop of ice cream. And the kids usually love that. However, we found out recently, in the last couple of times we've gone, they have this bundle pass, and you get a wristband. And I think it's a much better deal. And it usually is for a family of 4. And I want to say we paid like $125, something like that, which is a really good deal.
Very good
deal.
So
this gives you unlimited access while you're there the whole time, from beginning to end. You can do the rock wall, you can do bowling, you could do the golf course, everything, like except for the arcade. They don't give you that, and they don't give you the magic wand. However, this is such a much better deal, because once you get that Paw Pass and they cross off what you've done, you can't go back again. And it's really, we've done the Paw Pass in like one night, and then we find ourselves paying for extra stuff. We'll go and say, oh, let's do golf again, or let's do the zip line again, and those things really do add up. Where this little wristband that you get, from the time you're there, you can use it until the time you leave. And I think that's such a great deal. Now, you can go ahead on and buy that little magic wand if you want to.
Magic Quest, yeah.
The Magic Quest. And I could not find that thing for the life of us. But you can go ahead and get that Magic Quest. And what it is just like the kids, you're going to be aggravated though, because you're going to be like, I paid all this money and you just stand there like doing this.
No.
Yes. The kids like are just like, oh, they have fun with it. And then you'll see them. You'll see the kids just pointing at it and you're like, wait, you got to read the quest. And they're just pointing at the next thing. Right. However, it does kill time at nighttime when, you know, all the kids are running around doing it. Now, I will tell you one other tip that I found from our neighborhood friends. They'll put, if you live in a neighborhood or if you have friends who've been a Great Wolf before and they have the wands, just ask them, can I borrow your wand?
Yeah.
Because when you borrow the wand, you pay about like $10 just to activate it, $10 to $20 to activate it. And then you can use it while you're there and you just return it to them. There's no need to buy the wand again. So that's another tip. But the band, yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, if they definitely offer it at the Great Wolf Lodge that you're going to, definitely look into it. Usually it's a sign as soon as you walk up. You should see it the minute before you check in. Just ask about it if you don't see it, and you'll be surprised about the savings that you actually have. So.
Yeah, because they don't sell it online, so you're not going to see it online. You just have to wait until you get there, and there's just like a little sign that says, hey, there's a band if you want to buy it for a family of 4.
Correct.
And that really saves some money. Also, the popcorn bucket saves money too.
Yeah, it does save money. All right, so we move on to number 4, and that is food planning. How we plan for food and what families should do if they're planning for food. Now I'm talking about breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Can I take this one? Because I'm the one who does it. So let me take this one.
Yes,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, how we do this is I always go ahead and buy like the little cereal containers where all you do is put the milk in there. So I'll get a thing of milk, just like a little thing of milk. Cereal, muffins, we'll have like hard-boiled eggs, we'll have meat sticks. What else do we have?
Have like different like granola bars,
yogurt,
yogurts and stuff. Yeah.
So things like that, because there's a refrigerator in your room. So this is going to save you some money, because in the morning time, the most aggravating thing is going to happen. You don't bring food, right? You don't bring breakfast food. You're going to go downstairs and you're going to see the line for Dunkin' Donuts, and it's going to be wrapped around the corner all the way to the ropes course. So you're gonna be like, are you serious? So, and it's expensive. It really is expensive, and that stuff adds up. So we usually have breakfast in our room. Always on your floor, there's gonna be a microwave. So you take your stuff, you can heat up the microwave, and you're done with that. Then we bring a ton of snacks for the water park. So we'll bring like chips, we'll bring cheeses, whatever, Rice Krispie treats, whatever. We have that in our bag. Then when we're in the water park, we'll usually either get, what do we get? The nacho
we get the loaded nachos, loaded chicken nachos, which is a big helping. So a family of 4, which us, us and our 2 boys, we actually split that. And that actually works for us for lunch. It takes us right into dinner, or takes us through lunch while they're going up and down the water park, stairs and slides and everything.
Yeah, and then for dinner, we just get a pizza. So the pizza is about 20 something. It's like $20 for a pizza. They have plates, and we'll usually do that. So now sometimes people will leave out, because depending where yours is, there might be some restaurants where we have like McDonald's and Wendy's and Waffle House right there. So one of us might sometimes just run out and go grab some stuff and bring it back, because the stuff there is expensive.
Pretty pricey. Yeah, and I think there's a buffet there as well. I don't even think we looked at the pricing for it. We just know that when we were looking at the pricing for like a hamburger or, a chicken sandwich meal, it kind of got up there. So we were like, you know what? How about we get our own stuff? But one thing I would say is I'm not too sure if there's a Dunkin' Donuts in the Great Wolf Lodge next to where you guys are located. But the one here in Georgia, that Dunkin' Donuts, like Brizette said, that line is off the chain. I'm sorry. It's not until like around maybe like 11 o'clock, maybe 12, where it dies down. But if you're trying to get some coffee, it's not happening.
Yeah. And then they have the popcorn bucket. So that's another thing you can do is you get the popcorn bucket. I believe it's like $20, but then you get refills. So you can go refill that popcorn bucket. And then the nice thing is you save it, and the next time you go, you still have the popcorn bucket. So you get the refills there, and it's just an inexpensive way, because that stuff does add up, and they don't mind if you bring food and things in your bag. So it's just a great way to save money.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of families while we're on the elevator do a Walmart or a Publix, like we have Publix here, or some type of grocery store run, especially if there's a birthday party and they have a ton of kids coming into the birthday party. Their carts are filled with groceries, because why? They got the snacks in the room rather than trying to go downstairs and buy everything from there.
Yeah. So save your money.
Save the money. So number five, and this is my favorite.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. And this is kind of a secret tip. kind of what nobody explains to you until you kind of like look around and figure it out. Like, wait a minute. And that is getting longer water park access on your visit. And this is exactly how we do it. Okay. So like Brizette said earlier, we stay for one night. So if we are going to stay another additional day, then this also applies to that as well. So just imagine we're staying one night. The following day after you check out, you still have access to the water park. You don't have to leave. So you could check out of your room, which we always do. We just have an additional change of clothes inside our bag for when the kids are done with the water park. But we usually check out in our swimsuits. We load the car up with our bags so we're not walking around with luggage. And then from there, we head right back to the water park. And the best thing about it is until the water park closes, usually around 8 p.m. So it's kind of like you're getting an additional day and you only pay for one night. So that is one of the biggest tips that I can say. And our kids love it. They absolutely love the fact that they say, hey, we're going to get up, we're going to eat something. Of course, our bowl or cereal.
Yeah, cereal muffins.
Cereal or muffins. And then we'll head back down to the water park and we're just there all day just hanging out. Now, the greatest thing for us is that our Great Wolf is not too far away. So we also have the opportunity to, when we close down at 8 o'clock or we close down at 8 o'clock, we just hop in the car and start headed back to our house. But that's one of the greatest tips that I could say that a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah, and I will add on to that. So what we normally do as well is that I will pack an extra bag. Like say if I know they have to go to school the next day, I'll pack an extra bag and I'll make them take a shower because there are showers downstairs where the pool area is. So we'll take a shower, wash our hair, and get in the car. But if you bought those bands, this is where it comes into play, because what you're gonna do is after you leave the water park, hey, you know what? Because they're gonna be crying, they'll be sad, there'll be some tears because they want to stay an extra night and they see everybody playing. Go ahead and let them do the rope course one more time. Go ahead and let them bowl one more time. It's not going to cost you anything because you bought that band.
No,
so that's the tip right there. That's
come on, bundle deal.
So hopefully this helps you. Don't stress out about what Great Wolf. Bring your own snacks. Make it a fun time. When you get there, see if you can stay an extra night. Once it's time to check out, if it pays out for you, do it that way. If not, hey, just take advantage of being able to stay in the water park until it closes.
And what we'll actually do is link our full tour of Great Wolf Lodge, LaGrange, Georgia to this video. You should actually see it somewhere down here or in the corner over there. Somewhere. I don't know. But definitely check that out if you want a full tour of the park to see exactly what it all offers and see it from a first-hand experience from a family who's been there. How many times have we been there?
We've been there 11 times. Not that we like. No,
so wait.
Hold up. Time out. No, listen. Not that we like Great Wolf Lodge that much. Man. We don't. Like, we think it's good. We should tell you this too. I think Great Wolf Lodge is good for 2 nights at the most. You will get very bored, I think, after 2 nights because one, it's really expensive. And then 2, it's just there's so much you can do with the rope course, and so many times you can do that wand.
It's all about the racing down the slides. Come on.
But 2 nights, you're good. Yeah. Don't push it past there. And like I said, it gets expensive. So we've only gone 11 times because we work with, we're a part of an organization, Thumbs Up, and they help families with cancer. So we volunteer our time. So we've gone that many times as well because of that. So not that we like it that much. It's fun, but it ain't that fun.
Well, hopefully this helps. We check you guys in the next video. Peace.